Z 2019-1620 of Peter Higgins requesting a special permit for gravel excavation on property located at 1327 Norwich Road, Plainfield, map 5, block 4C, lot 9, RA30 zoning district. Ryan, am I correct that this application is incomplete?
It is currently incomplete, and they have requested us to not schedule for public hearing at this time.
Okay. So we would continue this to October. So we are not going to schedule for public hearing. It will remain on the agenda as new business. Or would it move to old?
It'll go to old business.
All right, it'll move to old business. So I'll entertain a motion to continue that as old business at our next meeting. Motion by Roz. Do I have a second? Yes. I have a second by Kathy. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, so continued old business October. So we have public hearing, Z 2019-1620 of Peter Higgins requesting a special permit for gravel excavation on property located at 1327 Norwich Road, Plainfield, map 5, block 4C, lot 9, RA30 zoning district. We did receive notice from staff that the applicant did not properly notice all the abutters for tonight's hearing, so as such, no testimony can be accepted, meaning the public hearing will not take place. The recommendation of staff is to open the hearing and continue it to December. Members will note that this has been on our agenda for consecutive months with incomplete comments and actions. So we have the option of opening the hearing and continuing. We could also open and close the hearing and then have a deliberation under old business. So it's up to the members which course of action you would like to take.
I'll make a motion that we open.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay.
Right here.
One opposed. Okay, thank you. So the hearing is opened, however, as noted, no testimony can be taken because of the lack of notice to abutters. So the option is to continue the public hearing to December or to close the hearing and take action under old business.
Can we make a statement?
Public hearing is open, so.
It is open, as long as it doesn't contain any testimony to the application itself. If they would like to testify what stage they are in the process, as far as paperwork goes, as far as submittals, they can do that, just no presentation on the project itself.
Right,
Okay.
understood. Okay, I'm Ed Bowen, I'm here for Mr. Higgins. Mr. Higgins wants to come up here. We did an exhaustive list and certified mailings to all of the apartments.
Okay.
And in fact, I think a lot of the green cards have already been returned to the town. I have
These two just came in, and here is actually a copy of all the certified mailing. This is, I believe, the third mailing we've done.
Right. So everybody has been, we can have this one?
Yeah.
You know, this, if I may.
And notices be accepted at this point.
And I already have those, actually.
Okay.
Green cards can be sent at any time. I already received a copy of the mailings via there in my office.
Okay.
Did we?
In fact, I have one here.
Yes.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay, didn't even remember that. But in any event, I mean, this is an earnest effort. We may have to contact the town during business hours because there's some inference that there are 3 abutters, which we cannot find on a map, that are in Canterbury. So I might have to clarify that with the town this week.
Okay, so that would be a clarification through staff about the property
Right.
abutters,
Would you like me to address that?
if it's,
We utilize a GIS system that has all the parcels in town. Now, there are certain parcels that start off in Canterbury and enter into Plainfield. They are actually separate parcels divided by the town line. But they are parcels, they do have owners, and so we have 8 individuals who were not notified by our records. by the
Okay,
GIS system.
so our records were, I would guess the term being incomplete compared to what you had on your GIS system. We were going by the maps that they, well, I don't want to talk about the project per se. So we'll have to get that list. I think you might have attached it.
I did send it.
Okay, but they're not just a question, and it really is a question. So their properties appear to be bifurcated between Plainfield and Canterbury.
Yes, the
Of
houses are
some-
located in
somewhat.
Canterbury, but the land extends to Plainfield, and as such, they must be notified.
I get it. Gotcha, okay. It wasn't clear. Others usually means next, but if they're bifurcated, it means it's both.
Yeah, this is a list that I sent to you.
Right.
All the ones highlighted are the ones that were not notified.
Okay.
Okay, and one other point of clarification. Staff notes that applicant's attorney has requested to continue the hearing until January. Did he do so in writing?
I don't believe I received a notice for
I think you
extension.
did ask about that.
In writing.
Yeah, I believe the feedback was you have to come here for permission to continue to December 10th.
Right, that December 10th seems to ring a
It's going to be a
bell.
little short, because I just hired a new survey and engineer, because my other one took.
Okay, so I would just recommend if you are requesting extension, that it be put in writing to the commission.
Okay, right. And also, just to assure people, there's been no delay. We've been earnest. He had an engineer who ended up becoming very ill, and he had to hire a new engineer to take it up to
Okay.
eight. That's all.
Yeah, just stick
Yep,
up on it.
understood.
Okay.
All right.
I think we're good. So we'll get.
So you'll consult with staff on the missing abutter
Oh, yeah,
notifications,
yeah, yeah.
and then we
Yes,
won't have
yes.
this issue again.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right.
Have a good day.
You too. So the open question among the board is there a motion to continue this public hearing to December? I'll make it. So I have a motion by Roz to continue to December. I have a second from John. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, public hearing is continued into December.
Thank you.
Just for clarity, make sure those 8 individuals are notified before
Yes, yes. Yes.
Yeah, I do have one question. I looked at your list, and you have an LLC, and I believe one of the LLCs is you're claiming we didn't notify it. We actually sent certified mail to its agent for service.
Okay, I would recommend that any discrepancies of the list be resolved with staff during regular office hours rather
That
than
makes sense.
take up the public's time.
Yes, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Moving on to the regular meeting, so I call the regular meeting to order. Citizens' participation, this is the opportunity for anyone in the public to make a comment to the commission that is not related to a pending or continuing public hearing. So if there's anyone with a comment for the commission.
Yes. Dan Real, Doherty Ave. I just, 2 items. One, I noticed there was an item on the agenda about the town's litigation against itself. I'm so happy we've resolved the suit against ourselves. I think we should probably think about ways to prevent it in the future, and, I just want to say, awesome, that's great. Second item, there was a gentleman who was here last time, and he wanted to bring this item to the board's attention, and it had to, he couldn't be here, but he was here last time, there was no quorum. It had to do with a parcel known as map 17, block 16, lot 68, that is an industrial 1 zoning lot. I have some documents that I do want to give the board because it's going to be helpful to reference those.
Is this in reference to an application?
It is not. It's in reference to an application that probably should have been filed and never was. So basically, the gist of it is this particular parcel, I believe 1 or 2 people have observed concrete silos, 2 or 3 of them. And I think the joke either goes, you might be a redneck if you have concrete silos, or you're actually doing something with concrete. There is an application copy there that is on file, I believe it's from 2015. Part of that application included 2 places for scales they would use for trucks that would carry concrete. Basically, this individual indicated there was no permit to process concrete, the only permits for screening stone. And they have the scale house present, they have the concrete silos. And according to him, it looks like they're either preparing to make concrete or they currently are making concrete on this lot. The BAP's on file, I'm just the messenger.
Sure.
Basically, they indicate wetlands are on the downhill side and the brook is on the uphill side. And, the visible side, includes a building with big garage doors on it. And of course, there's a drainage easement at volume 246, page 50 of the land records. So obviously, making concrete that impacts groundwater and all sorts of fun permits need to be pulled. but it doesn't appear that this person, if they are doing it, I mean, again, concrete silos, you don't just buy concrete silos and keep them around for yucks.
Okay.
So
Thank
it's
you.
something to look into.
Yep, the information will be accepted as correspondence and referred to the zoning enforcement officer for review.
Would you like
Okay.
to respond to that?
Not during this part of the meeting.
Yeah, it's just to bring it to your attention, that's all. I mean, the gentleman was here last time and said he couldn't make it, I said I'd be more than happy to.
Okay,
bring
message
it forward.
delivered.
Thanks.
Thank you. Any other citizen participation? Okay. Unfinished old business. Z 2019-1620 has been continued to December. Z 2019-1620, continuation of Peter Higgins requesting a special permit for gravel excavation on property located at 1327 Norwich Road, Plainfield, map 5, block 4C, lot 9, RA30 zoning district. Do we have someone to speak for the applicant?
Yes. Edward Mona, for the applicant, and I'm going to join me up here. I also have one more card that came back, and I'm going to give it. There you go.
Did those have, well, just a point of clarification, did that have to be received prior to tonight's meeting?
No, only the mailing receipts, the cards we did.
Perfect, thank
And
you.
I think we're all set on the, okay, so.
And if you could just project to the audience, since we're without a microphone this evening.
I didn't even think of it.
Thank
In any
you.
event, we're here as to what most people are probably aware of Mr. Higgins proceeding, removal of gravel from gravel pit. Trying to ascertain where it's being described, where it is exactly.
1327 Norwich Road.
1327 North Road.
Way in the back.
Way in the back.
Way in the back.
Okay, and my understanding is that this property's been in his family about 80 or 90 years.
It's been there a long time. It's been there a long time.
Okay, so the bottom line is it's removal of gravel. There's not going to be any blasting or digging. The gravel is in fact on the site, so it's simply a matter of picking it up and moving it out. There are abutting properties, some of them may or may not be occupied. It wasn't exactly clear, but we did notify everybody. Realistically, this property's gone through permutation. I think at one time it was a farm. And what else was it?
Well, it was a dairy farm.
Okay, it was a dairy farm.
Yeah. And then it was just open land.
Open land, okay, and then I think the trees grew around it. And my understanding is there's at least, I believe about 150-foot perimeter of trees around it.
Yeah,
Is that right?
that won't be disturbed.
Which will not be disturbed. So,
It's basically going to be a small-time operation, me and my cousin.
right,
You know, it's not going to be sold to no big guy or anything like that.
right.
It's gonna be me and him.
So essentially, it's reusing land that has been used. And do you have any idea what could transpire after this is all done with that
Put
property?
it back to farmland.
Topsoil it?
Topsoil it.
So you might have,
The fringe show wall, you know.
so it creates a bigger tax base, makes use of the land. The land's going to eventually get used for something, I would imagine, I'm guessing, just normally would. Part of your town, it's in the area where there are other quarries, I believe.
Yes, one adjacent to it.
The one adjacent to
It's
it.
closed now.
And so the bottom line is just removal of what's there. There's no major activity. I don't think we have
It's
any.
not even going to be a 7-day a week. It might be 5 days a week. It might be 5 days a week, 4 days a week. It's going to be nothing where anyone's going to be devastated about it. It's me and my cousin.
No blasting,
No blasting.
no digging.
They'll just be excavating the gravel.
Okay, now, as to other precautions, have you put in wells to keep
Yes.
checking? You described to the
They
people?
put in monitoring wells back 6 years ago, and they've been monitored, and that's for disturbance in the ground or anything like that.
And that's
To
to
keep
keep water
us
stable?
above the water table and everything. I plan to stay way above, 4 feet above the water table to keep it usable land when it needs to be used.
About how many of those wells have you put in?
There's 5 of them back there.
Okay, and they check regularly and it's okay?
They were checked regularly, and then I got sick, and then just starting back up. The
Okay.
new engineer and the new surveyor.
Okay.
And they will monitor that throughout the wet season.
And you have an active engineer working on
Yes,
this?
and surveyor, yes.
And the little delay we've had.
The weather has been permitted us to go roll them hard.
Okay. So there's-
Excuse me, Mr. Higgins, are those plans for us to review?
You already have, so this is
You have sets that you
from
can
March.
just review from
This is set from March.
We only received one step, but we're waiting on revised plans.
Yes.
Okay. So the
Yes,
plans,
These aren't final, but we do have, copies for.
I think Kevin Franklin has been in touch with you.
Yes.
okay, so the plans you're presenting this evening are not up to date
Yes.
and require revision.
Yes.
So they are not ready for public review this evening.
No.
And just so we, make clear to the public, he had an engineer who became very, very ill and had to be replaced. And the new engineer is on board. And then lately, because of the heavy rains, he got a little backed up. But the other engineer was facing possibly a terminal illness. So Mr. Higgins has been struggling to keep this moving forward, keeping everybody apprised and up to date. So we're doing the best we can.
Okay, so just to clarify for the public, you are not currently ready to present final plans for public review and comment at this time?
Apparently not.
Okay. Have you submitted the request for extension to January?
Yes, they have.
Okay. So in the interest of everyone's time, I would look to the board to entertain a motion to continue the public hearing to January per their requested extension for the reason that the plans are not ready for public review and comment. So I'll entertain that motion. I have a motion by Roz to continue to January. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a second by Jared. All those in favor of continuing to January, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? This public hearing will be continued to January, and I do apologize to anyone who's here for it, but we will see you in January. Please hope for no snow. Moving on to public hearing A, Z 2019-1620, continuation of Peter Higgins requesting a special permit for gravel excavation on property located at 1327 Norwich Road, Plainfield, map 5, block 4C, lot 9, RA 30 zoning district.
Good morning or good afternoon. Edward Bonus and Mr. Higgins is here.
Yes.
What we can report from last time is that the engineer is still working on it for February. Surveying is done. I think he has a copy of that here for you. The good news is that I think both of those individuals have been in contact with the zoning enforcement officer. So they're making progress. They did have the holidays to deal with and everybody's taking vacation. But the bottom line is if you want a copy of the survey, we have that here now.
Okay, so you can submit that to the office. So you do not have the plans to present for public hearing
He
tonight.
said he did,
Okay.
The engineer,
Franklin sent you a disc.
I have not received anything yet, so I just want to hold off until the engineer and the surveyor get me everything up.
Okay, so we're looking for a continuance to February.
yes, I just want to assure you that he's working very diligently on this.
Okay. So they're not prepared to present at this meeting, but will be in February. So I'll entertain a motion to continue the public hearing to February. Okay, I have a motion by John. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Sean. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, public hearing scheduled, continued to February. Thank you. Opening the public hearing. AZ 2019-1620, continuation of Peter Higgins requesting special permit for gravel excavation on property located at 1327 Norwich Road. This application has been withdrawn.